The View commented as, if Biden gave Trump's RNC speech he'd be hospitalized, and Biden hits Trump over RNC speech, what the hell was he talking about? Whereas Trump unleashes attacks in RNC speech, after promise. The View commented as, if Biden gave Trump's RNC speech he'd be hospitalized, and Biden hits Trump over RNC speech, what the hell was he talking about? Whereas Trump unleashes attacks in RNC speech, after promises of new tone. Trump-style ear bandages are new trend at Republican National Convention.
Biden's family starts discussing his possible exit plan from the 2024 race, as Democratic calls mount for Biden to end campaign, but he vows to fight on. David Letterman will headline Biden fundraiser with Hawaii governor on July 29. Republicans say they will trust the election results as long as Trump wins. Kamala Harris only choice to replace Biden as time runs out, say Democrats, and majority of Democrats think Kamala Harris would make a good president, AP and NORC poll shows.
Putin says Taliban our allies in fighting terrorism, as Russian ambassador to Afghanistan says Taliban pushes IS out, and terrorism, drug trafficking increasingly likely to spread from Afghanistan, says CSTO chief. IDF says, fighter jets targeted Hezbollah weapons depots in southern Lebanon. Iran can produce fissile material for bomb in 1 or 2 weeks, says Blinken.
Green News Scam. Donald Trump says he'll end the EV mandate that exists in his imagination on day one. Canada already in talks to avoid Trump tariffs. Hulk Hogan brings the house down at RNC, and Trump acceptance speech draws 25.4 million viewers, tops 2020.
Jordan launches national blockchain network to enhance government services. Blockchain tokenization platform, Own Mali, gets admitted into the Capital Markets Authority of Kenya regulatory sandbox. Pavel Durov unveils Telegram's Web3 integration plan for July. WorldCoin faces allegations of price manipulation and fraud. Ethereum mixer Tornado Cash has received almost $2 billion in 2024 despite sanctions. Wozurks prepares bounty program to recover $230 million stolen in security breach. As Wozurks and Liminal Custody blame each other as $230 million crypto exploit leaves customers stranded. Kraken Custody is now available to institutional clients in the UK and Australia. Bloomberg comments as, crypto industry wants Trump to win and call off the SEC. Grayscale announces Bitcoin ETF spin-off plans for July 31. South Korea's strict laws on crypto exchanges come into force. Binance gains U.S. court approval to invest customer funds in U.S. Treasury bills.
Turkey wins rating upgrade from Moody's after over a decade. Population growth masked Canada's recession-like economic backdrop, announced RBC. Economists warn Trump policies would stoke inflation.
Tunisian President Said, running again with some rivals in jail. Bangladesh PM cancels overseas trips as deadly protests escalate. Malaysia celebrates Sultan Ibrahim's coronation as 17th king.
Fired Citigroup banker says COO intended to deceive regulator on bank's metrics. Crypto CEO resigns after inflammatory social media posts following Trump shooting. Revolut gets more scam complaints than any other UK bank, Ombudsman says.
CARE Action Alert, with call on IOC to ban Israel from official participation in 2024 Olympics, just like Russia. UK to resume funding to UN Palestine Relief Agency UNRWA. Top UN court says Israel violates international law in occupation of Palestinian territories.
1,200 billion euros for the first time. Bruce Springsteen is officially a billionaire, according to Forbes. SCMP comments as, India is home to 200 billionaires. Should it consider a super tax for its ultra-rich?
Elon Musk's ex is fighting a subpoena in a lawsuit between Jeffrey Epstein accusers, further delaying an already drawn-out case. Judge denies motion to dismiss fraud charges against George Santos. Court suspends Korean Methodist Church's excommunication of pro-LGBTQ pastor.
John Deere and Company backs off diversity policies following Tractor Supply. Pornhub blocks access by Nebraska users as age verification law takes effect. Costco's new apocalypse food buckets last for 25 years. Summer auto plant shutdowns, Hurricane Beryl boost U.S. weekly jobless claims. Boeing's largest union says it will strike if contract negotiations fail. Berkshire sells close to $1.5 billion of Bank of America shares. Russia cuts crude oil exports to keep more barrels at home for refiners, and Hungary facing fuel crisis as Ukraine turns up heat on Russian oil supplies. Reuters reports that ExxonMobil selling Malaysia oil and gas assets to Petronas, sources say. Swiss re-unit, Good Carbon unveil carbon credit insurance.
Ford pivots from EV plans to heavy-duty trucks at Canada facility. Electric tractors are the future of farming, says Taoiseach Michael Martin as he unveils first Irish-built EV model. On visit to Ethiopia, China plans to open Ming Dynasty tombs to the public by 2030.
Airbus wins European certification for A321XLR jetliner. Boeing sees 20 years commercial jetliner market almost doubling. Former Trump diplomat Mike Pompeo hired by Japan's Nippon Steel to clinch U.S. steel purchase.
In the UK, sexual harassment everyday reality for women as 9 in 10 don't feel safe in public spaces. Missouri woman who spent 43 years in prison is free after her murder conviction was overturned. WSJ reporter Evan Gershkovich sentenced to 16 years for espionage by Russian court in case denounced by U.S. as a sham. NYPD deploys weapons detection systems in subways.
Trump says Taiwan should pay more for defense and dodges questions if he would defend the island. Donald Trump says spoke with Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky, pledges to end the war. After spurning China for years, Brazil reveals plan to join Belt and Road Initiative. Chinese and Belarusian troops practice seizing airport and drill near Ukrainian and Polish borders. Nearly 5,000 workers evacuated from Russian-occupied nuclear power plant in Zaporizhia.